Yes people, what is good? I am BA, back once again with another reaction in the Wire series. This is episode 10 of season 4 and it is called Misgivings. Last episode, they're setting this series up to potentially be very miserable in many ways, but first we saw Randy start to deal with getting the candy online, but that led to him gambling to increase the money. But even at that point the story was still harmless. But then we saw the guy in the interrogation room clock that it was Randy that gave Hawk the information on him. Now, when that guy gets out of that room, is he going to find Randy, get any sort of revenge on Randy for that? I fucking hope not, but yeah, Randy has got himself in a bit of potential trouble there. We saw Michael trying to stand up to that prick in his house, and that guy getting more and more forward, aggressive and touchy with Michael again, which led him to go and talk to Marlo about it, and thank God. I want to see Chris and Snoop march that dude into the vacants just like they do everyone else. But instead of putting a single bullet in his head, literally torturing him to death. Fuck that guy, and I'm pleased Michael approached Marlo with that issue. Proposition Joe completely snaked over the store owner by getting his business off him and then giving him up to Marlo as a guy to kill. And Omar's keeping a close watch on Marlo just now. What his next move is, I'm uncertain, but he's definitely in a position where, you know, he can get at him. Like that view he had out of the window down onto Marlo was almost like, if he had a rifle at that point, he could have just took his head off with a single shot. Kima tried to get back with her girlfriend but soon found she had moved on, completely her own fault. Bubbles asked for Hawk's help against this dude who's currently fleecing him, and Hawk was just not there in his time of need. I hope Bubbles is okay after that attack, but even if he is, fuck Hawk for agreeing to help him and then just being typical shit Hawk when push came to shove. Colvin took the kids out for a meal, which they didn't really appreciate, but at least they got together in the group building exercise and completed the tower model, and Prez Beluski has been forced to now start trying to teach his class English and shit, which goes completely against his skill set. And Tommy has found out soon enough that it is easier to talk about improving everything, but when you actually get your yearly budget put in front of you, it's not as simple as it all seems. How he's going to navigate around these new troubles we've yet to see, but it's definitely not going to be as easy to come across as the hero as he first expected. Regardless, I can't wait to get into this episode, so let's do it. This is episode 10, season 4, Misgivings. Let's check that shit out and see what is saying to it. Always got himself a nice new car, hasn't he? Surely this is going to catch up to him at some point. Oh my god, that is the worst cop you want to drive past as well. Fuck Officer Walker. He's making the right choice to flee from this cop. I hope he doesn't catch him.
You know how many hours of my life you owe me, you little shit?
Damn, yo, that hurt.
You think that hurts?
No.
Oh my god, are you fucking serious? What a piece of shit. What the fuck, man? Fuck this guy. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm instantly furious, guys. Sorry. Fucking hell, I hate seeing shit like that. I've got a fist balled. Wow, fucking hell. That is infuriating to see. I mean, the fact that someone like that has a badge, he hasn't done a single bit of good in this show. He's robbed and broken fingers. He is fucking horrible. Please tell me that this dude gets comeuppance at some point in this show. I will not be happy if that guy is just moseying about doing his day-to-day by the end of this completed series, by the end of season 5. I expect that guy to be seriously punished or fucked up for the way he conducts himself. Piece of shit. More angry about the paperwork and the fact he couldn't get anything out of him. That kid had such a low-key, harmless storyline as well. Yes, stealing cars is bad, but he genuinely seemed like quite a nice kid, playful and shit. Certainly not deserving of getting both his fingers broke just because that officer didn't like the amount of paperwork he had to do. That's put me instantly in a bad mood.
He already overreached, putting Rawls in charge. Deep fucking facto.
Motherfucker ain't even sworn in yet. Already he's got feelers out.
Let's see how Clay Davis tries to get some money out of Burrell to offer him his non-existent help.
Any move I try to make...
Still the commissioner, ain't you? You give an order, they gonna jump.
Yeah, but Carcetti...
What are you gonna do, fire you?
This is bizarre that Burrell is actually taking advice from Clay Davis. I understand he's a state senator, but everyone knows what he's about. Why listen to this guy?
Some kind of police shit, hell, I don't know. Something that looks good to Carcetti. So he can say it was his idea to keep you all along.
That is a good strategy to keep your job though. If Burrell can pull something out of the bag that'll make Tommy look good, Tommy will keep him around. He certainly won't be firing him after he's done some good shit.
Why the heat?
It's the only way the kids will sit through 90 minutes of anything.
Make them drowsy?
Right.
After hearing this a few times in this series, it makes me wonder if that's what my school did to us when we were young. Purposely increase the heat so we were all slightly drowsy. Decrease activity levels.
Marlin fishing. Like Florida, the Bahamas. That shit looks sweet.
I'd love to see Bodie and Poot just go off on a boat and become a fishing team.
So why is it so cold already?
Yo, we just getting old.
True that.
True. Everything's slightly warmer when you're young.
Why they was asking about you like that? They tried talking to you?
Yeah, about some murder.
I thought he realised it was Randy, so what's he gonna do about that?
Popo come asking about you, they snatch your ass up. You out of pocket for a few days? Oh yeah, he'll definitely hear about it.
Remember, that's exactly how Orlando was shot in season 1 or 2. He was off the street for a couple of days, came back out miraculously. Especially when you're getting interrogated for a murder, that raises suspicion to the organisation you are working for on the street.
If you gotta come looking for you, it's gonna look like you got something to hide.
Definitely.
Yeah, he should just go over to the concrete park right now and explain the situation to Marlowe. Honesty seems to be the best policy with Marlowe, if you work for him.
Yeah, thank you.
Menu.
Don't he gotta say thank you too?
Don't know.
What the fuck for?
Is he teaching them from the perspective of ordering something from a menu? This is a unique game they're trying to play to get the group activity going.
No exceptions. And 90-minute blocks of math or language arts only.
This class. Kids can't do 30 minutes without climbing the walls.
As if they're expecting that of the special class that is literally just trying to overcome basic obstacles like communication without aggression and things like that. It's a ridiculous thing to ask of them, but again, leave no child behind. It's not her enforcing this, it's the people above her.
Marlo, you don't know him when we robbed the game.
We ain't never been introduced. Boy, merely a name to me.
Marlowe usually has really good scouts around this area. I wonder how Omar was able to get up to a flat in a flanking position to his usual seated area in the concrete park without being spotted. That's quite stealthy. And also, what's his plan from here? What's he staking him out for? Just to gather intel, see who he rolls with?
Thing is, there's this camera. Police department video camera disappeared a few weeks back.
Are you serious at this point? Take some money out your own fucking wage and replace it. Falsify the serial number or something and just put it back.
Here's the thing. I want you to put it out there that there's a $500 bounty on this camera if it comes back. No questions asked.
Well, you shut the fuck up about your camera. Jesus Christ.
Hey, this motherfucker, he messing with my livelihood here. Like, always coming back, always. He's like some Terminator and shit.
I'm with you.
If you want Bubbles to help you, help him. I hope he's actually having some moral conflict in his thick-ass head there about, you know, the fact he should have helped him sooner, and not just, where is my camera?
You tell us, Randy, what happened to Lex?
No, I swear.
Yes, you did. Oh, I hope Chris and Snoop and shit don't go after Randy.
Y'all follow me for? Easy, son. No, ain't nobody walking with me nowhere.
Okay, he's getting killed. That makes sense.
Now that there Boggs ill boy.
So?
Throwing that up.
That's the first time I've heard that name in a while. I miss Avon. I miss D'Angelo. I even almost miss Stringer. I just miss that crime family.
Got a burner, see? If anything else comes up, you call me.
That guy will probably rob him for the burner. You've just increased the incentive for him to get his ass kicked next time. Well done, Hurk.
It's 40 minutes on that. My number's in there already.
Watch. I'm gonna call you today or tomorrow, the latest.
Now time to put your money where your mouth is. Please help Bubbles. I will like you if you manage to help him.
Officer Walker?
Walker be evil.
He'd definitely be evil. Fuck Officer Walker.
Oh shit!
Told you, Naaman. Gave you fair warning, didn't I?
He did warn him. He did give him fair warning.
Shit, with hair like that, I can make you from East Baltimore. Get the fuck off of me, man. Shut up.
So true. Cut your fucking hair, Naaman.
Guess what? Gets better. In your head.
This is 100% Naaman's mum's fault right now, so if he does any jail time because of this, she's got herself to blame. She probably won't even care, she'll just be annoyed he's still not out there making her money. She might have to do something.
What can we do for you, Senator?
Well, first of all, I wanted to clear the air.
Oh, fuck off, Clay, you little rat.
I'm in Annapolis. Word I'm hearing, you may be there too in a couple of years. We may find ourselves working together closely.
Wow, so this is the first time Clay Davis has wanted something and not expected a giant bag of money for it. He's just foreseeing that Tommy might be governor.
And do we know what the long con is?
At least we know he's running one.
Yeah. I'm pleased someone finally took the piss out of Clay Davis's extended shit.
I mean, if it was Cheltenham, I don't blame you, but baby booking's just across town.
The east side be beefing with the west side in there.
Naaman's just showing his true colours now his back's against the wall. Cowardly. The sort of worst person you want on your team if you're part of a criminal network. Someone that'll be lapping up the plaudits as long as everything's going well, but the first sign of trouble, they'll give your name up in a heartbeat.
Well, I ain't driving you this late anyway, so...
Come on, man.
Is he scared to walk home?
You don't move off that bench. You need the bathroom, you go now. Otherwise, just sit tight. Don't give anybody any trouble. They'll process you right then and there.
I wonder what Naaman's motivation for wanting to stay in the police station for the night over calling his mum was.
Look, I told y'all. I just want him gone.
Please kill this guy. Please kill this guy.
Alright. Take care of it, boss.
Thank God. I love Chris and Snoop now. All those other models were worth it if this guy dies.
The commissioner himself wants the Duke arrested.
Open container used to be sacrosanct in this town.
As long as it was in a paper bag.
He gave you that much respect.
Nice, they're all remembering the Colvin speech. Probably still the single best speech in the entire show when Colvin addressed the room of cops talking about the paper bag.
You're not educating them, you're socializing them.
They weren't being educated before. There's no point in being obtuse.
Their issues are social ones. This woman's being short-sighted as fuck.
They came through these same classrooms, didn't they? We pretended to teach them, they pretended to learn, and where'd they end up? Same damn corners.
He's making, again, so many great points. I hope they're not falling on deaf ears.
We made it clear that we would be addressing children that required socialization before they could be properly educated.
We can't lie.
I like the fact the school psychologist is being firm with her here because she really needs to see the bigger picture. It'd be such a shame if these kids don't continue in this course because it is genuinely helping them.
I'm just trying to give you one last shot here because once I go on the street today, you're going to have to go to booking.
I got a teacher.
Oh, Colvin, nice.
Yeah, I know.
He's the best. That was a good name to drop in that room. That was probably the best name he could have dropped.
And I got from ISD without going to the proper channels. No. He's gonna take my stripes on this.
Look, maybe he does.
Yeah, maybe he does, but maybe you fucking deserve it. You didn't deserve them in the first place. Sidner has given you some great advice here. Oh, nice, he's actually doing it. Let's see how Marimo handles that.
Got you now, motherfucker.
Oh, fuck off, Hawk. You shit idiot.
That this fuzzy fella doesn't exist.
Oh, Marimo's onto it.
You bring me something other than IID complaints, and I might have some reason to let a few things slide.
To be honest, I was expecting Marimo to be even more of a prick about that. He just wants some shit to be happening. They're doing nothing and it's a major crimes unit, so...
I can't believe y'all are doing this shit.
You're degrading the quality of life in this neighborhood. Malt liquor.
Oh, come on, man.
Absolutely ridiculous, man. Colvin would weep if he saw these guys doing this shit.
We can lock a guy up on a humble, we can lock him up for real, or we can say fuck it. Pull under the expressway and drink ourselves to death. And our side partners will cover it.
McNulty is 100% correct. Beat cops do have a certain level of flexibility as long as they're not by-the-book robots. And for them trying to dupe the stats, just picking on guys on the corner drinking is just actually sad to see. I don't know the name of that cop now. I thought he was Dozerman, but I've been informed by my Patreons it's not. They did give me his name, but I forget it. He's an aggressive dick. The aggressive cop.
The young man seems to think highly of you, boss. He invoked your name with a measure of respect.
As he should. Everybody likes Colvin, you dick.
You want so bad to be a gangster? Maybe it's time to get a taste of what a real lockup's all about, you know?
Come on, Mr. C, don't do me like that.
That would scare the shit out of Namond.
And anybody else? I mean, friend, relative, anybody.
You've always been good with the knuckleheads, boss.
I like that Carver still shows him the respect to call him boss as well. Shows that he appreciated him as a senior officer.
Man, that was delicious.
There's more.
No, ma'am. Save room for the cobbler.
A la mode?
Uh-huh.
That was the most polite I have ever seen Namond. That's good to see. It shows that a lot of it is the way he conducts himself in front of his friends to come across a certain way. When he's by himself, this is who he really is.
This is his Eddie Haskell act.
Eddie Haskell? Who that?
You are, son.
I don't know who Eddie Haskell is, but I'm sure Colvin's comparison is on point. I'm going to wiki that after this.
Felony burglary. Fucking knew there was still some real criminals left in Baltimore.
Yeah, McNulty actually found a good one, not just a poor alcoholic being arrested outside of a liquor shop.
You with Prop Joe now. Never would have thought.
Yeah, well, life's strange.
Fair enough. I mean, who else is he going to take orders from at this point? There ain't anyone left in the Barksdale side.
What boy are you talking?
Big boy. The one rub his hands together all the time.
Kevin?
That's a good description of little Kev.
He in a vacant now.
How you know that?
I seen him lay hands on the boy. And now the word out in the street.
Why is Slim Charles telling Bodie this? Genuinely curious at this point as to why he told him that. Is this Prop Joe making more manipulative power plays? I wonder what Bodie will make of that.
Thank you, Mr. Presbluski.
Thank you.
All right, put away your test notebooks.
I like that he's using guerrilla tactics here to still try and get some shit done.
Hey, Kareem, you want to play dice with me?
Not with you.
Shows how good Randy's gotten at dice, though. He shouldn't be put off by that. He should be proud. What is Omar's next move going to be? I mean, all this staking out is, it's working. Whatever he's doing, he's finding people's locations, but to what end?
Maybe it got sold. Sorry, nothing we can do. Fuck you. Chandra, she ain't helping me.
That's how they do.
To be fair, if someone was that rude to me behind a desk, I would feel that frustration as well, so maybe I need this training.
Real.
Oh shit! Well, that training exercise went badly.
Typical day?
I wouldn't know. My first time.
Your first time?
Mrs. Donnelly oversees this project.
That was unfortunately probably the worst incident that class has had yet as well, and it was while that woman inspector was there, which is unfortunate.
Turning down Gilmore. Ladies, a cell phone? We got like a half hour on it.
I take it that was Bubbles just trying to get back at Herc for not being there for him, because obviously now he's going to have to pull over and harass a man of God, which will not look good on top of the fact he did the same thing with the woman in the train station. This might lose him his stripes.
You didn't catch us on our best day. Or your worst day.
On the whole, they've actually made a lot of progress.
You actually did catch him on the worst day. That was the worst shit that's happened in that class yet.
Considering where we started, and considering that those kids ain't out there tearing up other classes.
Okay. Mrs. Donnelly.
A tremendous achievement.
This woman is not impressed with this shit, unfortunately. So it sounds like she's shutting it down.
I think any gain or progress is temporary. I think this project may be flawed.
So you just want to give up on them all? That's what you would do. Just give up on all of them and close it all down. Well, that's going to fucking help everyone, isn't it?
Burrell's making a play for you to keep it.
By, just, what did you call it?
Juking the stats.
Okay, so at least this isn't on the behest of Tommy. It's just Burrell going into business for himself.
Or he's letting it go, trying to give Burrell enough rope for you to get angry and fire the man for insubordination. But I need to know where you stand.
I hope Tommy does something about this shit. Obviously, he can't fire Burrell. But if Rawls is being complicit, fuck it. Fire Rawls and move Daniels up into Rawls' job. And I know a lot of people like Rawls, but just now Rawls is being such a bane to anything changing. He just is saying anything Tommy wants to hear.
Son, be gentle than that. Fuck up, I ain't your son.
Fucking hell, manhandling a local priest like that. This is surely gonna result in him getting his stripes taken, because this guy is gonna be so offended like the woman at the train station was for being wrongly treated like that.
You know what? I'm gonna damn sure get your name and badge number.
If you'd have just been a bit more respectful there, the guy might not have said that as well. It was because of the disrespect you showed him, the way you manhandled him, the way you disrespected his Bible, which if you're a religious person is something that, you know, it's like spitting on you. So if Hawk gets his stripes taken for that, he more than deserves it. And I'm really not mad at Bubbles for doing that, because Hawk wasn't there for him when he needed him the most.
Make him think he'll win you over eventually, but less than he needs to entice anyone real.
Meanwhile, Coquette's gonna have to give Daniels 6 months in CID.
So sneaky. So this is the little axis of evil working against Tommy just now.
Cedric Daniels. I happen to know he's less the saint than he pretends to be.
Okay, so this dirt that Daniels historically has may come up eventually from season 1 we heard about. Or the dirt on Daniels.
You tell him that Senator Davis has his interest at heart. Right.
Clay Davis is an absolute slithering snake of a human being. Fucking hell. It's infuriating to watch him bounce people off everyone else around him while he just continues to fucking prosper. How does that happen?
You leave my son the fuck alone.
Oh, fuck this woman. Even though, you know, I'm very much on no snitch policy, but fuck this woman. She doesn't do none of that for them reasons. She does that to continue living the lifestyle she does without doing anything herself.
And we come in with a pair of felony burglaries. Nice of you to give him the collar.
McNulty's arrest was the only one that was not, you know, duking the stats. It was a legitimate felony burglary. Everyone else was just a guy having a cider or a lager or a beer on the corner in a paper bag.
How about you? Oh, he's still in that, you know, pediatric neurosurgeon stage.
Bunk's kids look cool as well. I don't blame Bunk for not wanting the same career path for his child either.
How are you?
Can you say hi?
Oh wow, we haven't seen McNulty's ex in so long.
So what are you drinking?
I'll have a white wine.
I'm good, thanks.
I hope she doesn't warm back up to McNulty, because McNulty's moved on, she's moved on. It's good to see them being amicable like this. They weren't like this in the early seasons.
You quit drinking?
We'll have a beer now and again. No big deal.
Good on him. Proud of you, McNulty. That is quite the character change.
Dennis, we're close, we're not. Yeah. We'll see.
Trouble on the home front?
If I'd known you were going to grow up to be a grown-up.
You know, that's what happens when you abandon someone who has yet to reach their final form. You can't expect someone not to change in their life, and some people change for the better. That is on you to have their back through thick and thin, not just through thick.
We had to do Wallace. Yo, Marlo thought he had to do Kevin. But he didn't. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, this shit's really fucking with Bodhi. I wonder what he's gonna do.
Thought you said it was getting warmer, nigga. World going one way, people another, yo.
True that. The world is getting warmer, people are getting colder. A good little conversation there.
He ain't coming back.
Oh, I bet it felt so great for Michael to be able to say that to her. I don't feel sorry for her in the slightest, because of the negligence she showed in becoming a parent while not kicking her addiction. And I don't feel bad for that guy. Oh, we have yet... Nice, we get to see him get killed as well. Awesome. I hope she doesn't, like, catch up to him before Chris and Snoop deal with him. That would be terrible. And Michael shouldn't feel guilt or a single bit of sadness, man. That dude clearly abused Michael. Michael and his little brother have a torrid life because of the way their mum conducts herself.
I ain't touched them kids. Who told you that? I know what you're saying.
Yeah, you fucking have, mate. Fucking yes. I like that Chris has made this personal as well. That's not usually how Chris rolls, do you know what I'm saying? Clearly Chris could tell what's really went on, and he's like, doing this because this is what this guy needs. Doesn't need no clean death. Fucking die, mate. I'm so happy to see this guy get his head caved in. Fucking take that. That was so satisfying. I know that was gratuitously violent, guys, but that was so fucking satisfying. Fuck that guy. That's what he deserved. He didn't deserve no clean gunshot to the head. Get beaten to death by Chrissy's bare hands for being a fucking abuser, mate. Oh, that was beautiful. Also, it makes me curious as to Chrissy's history, the fact he took that so personal. He didn't have to have gone through it himself, of course, to take something like that personal. Many people have not gone through that, would react the exact fucking same way, but just, he's usually so professional regardless of the circumstances, which makes me think he had a personal stake in that particular situation in some way, Chris. That's fucking incredible. I mean, I just hope Marlowe doesn't hold Michael accountable to do anything back for him, but wow, that was great. Okay, and that was episode 10 of season 4, Misgivings, and I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. So, Misgivings. What did I think of that? A lot of people like to judge my morality sometimes in my comments section. I would just like to say, I cannot give a fuck if you think I'm a worse person for absolutely loving watching Chris beat that dude to death with his bare hands. I mean, aside from the Brother Moose own Omar scene with Stringer Bell, that was the single most satisfying scene in the entire series for me. I'm actually going to find it hard to ever dislike Chris and Snoop again, just for the fact that they did that. I'm sure they're going to kill people we do like and do more heinous things as the show progresses, but that sole act has gained them so much stock in my opinion of them. I'm going to find it so hard to root against them ever again. I loved that Chris took it so personal, didn't give him a clean death, left him on the fucking street as well, so Michael knows it's not like it's just going to be word that that guy disappeared. It's going to be like that guy was found fucking bludgeoned. And I hope that gives Michael some peace of mind. It'll at least never happen again and he can move on and try and build a better family with his mother and brother. It was a clearly good setup as Michael gains more responsibility and becomes more of an adult, that he run that household, and now that the household is back under Michael's control, as fucked up as it is because he's still a child, he's a very mature one because of what he's been through, and hopefully that is beneficial for him, his little brother, and of course it'll be even beneficial for his mother. She might not know it yet, but it definitely will be. And Herc basically had a third strike and you're out scenario with Bubbles, and Bubbles set him up to again pick on and pull over the wrong guy. That guy is going to lodge a complaint as well. He was a local minister or priest. He got his Bible disrespected, he got manhandled, plumped on the curb, treated like shit. And after Herc already having previously done that to the woman in the train station, and knowing Marimo's disposition, hopefully this leads to Herc getting his stripes taken, because he didn't deserve them to begin with. You know, probably one of the few people in history that was made sergeant due to witnessing a blowjob and not giving one themselves. And I'm kind of curious as to what they were trying to show us there when McNulty's wife came to dinner. Was it just her regretting him not having changed sooner? Or was it her sizing up the new him as someone who she could potentially see herself getting back with in the future? Because it sounded like the relationship with her and that new guy were on the rocks, but also McNulty and Beatrice are golden, and I don't think McNulty will be interested in rekindling that flame, even if it is his ex-wife. If he does, it'll just make him such an unlikable piece of shit, to be honest, because Beatrice has got a heart of gold, and they've clearly got a good thing going there. And Omar has tracked down the location of, I don't know if that was Slim Charles's home or Proposition Joe's headquarters, but one of the two locations Omar now knows exactly where they're at. What his next play from here is, who knows, but oh man, I've just got a feeling everything is gonna go fucking tits up over these next 2 episodes now. I feel like this is the last moment of calm I'm gonna get this season, so even though wow, a dude just got beaten to death, bludgeoned, his head caved in, it's a moment of calm. From here on out, it's probably gonna be some sad shit happening. I hope none of these kids perish over these next 2 episodes, but why do I have a horrible feeling one of them might? Bodhi seems like he wants to get back at Marlowe for killing that little Kev. Obviously a terrible idea, but it makes me wonder what he's going to be doing over these next 2 episodes, because he seems like he genuinely feels like Marlowe was in the wrong for that and wants some kind of revenge. Probably not a smart move whatsoever. And Burrell is back to just making sure every single police officer does pointless street rips in order order to juke the stats, as they call it, try and keep his job. So if Tommy fires him, he will look so bad. How do you counter that? It's hard, but the first thing I would do is Rawls is Burrell's sort of second in command. If you can quick track Daniels into the position where Rawls currently is, even if you do fire Burrell, you're instantly replacing him with Daniels, who will do an infinitely better job across all aspects of that position other than duking the stats and talking shit to make things look better than they actually are. I will take the guy that tries so hard to actually make a change and fails over the guy that is great at convincing me everything is okay when it is actually not. And that is the difference between Daniels and Burrell. I genuinely don't think Daniels would turn into a yes man if he moved up into that position. But Tommy's got his back against the wall just now, because we saw that woman who was, you know, Royce's choice for the next mayor, and Clay Davis and Burrell working as a little trinity to make Tommy look bad or thwart his progress in firing Burrell and making the changes he wants to. They're basically operating as a little trio right now to try and stop Tommy from making any sort of good progress. She doesn't want Tommy to look good as the mayor. Clay Davis is happy siding with whoever he thinks is going to win in that situation, and Burrell is desperately trying to hold on to his position as commissioner. I mean, if I was Burrell, I'd just give it the fuck up. I'm sure he's got a really nice wage. I'm sure even if he steps down as commissioner, he could move into a nice job elsewhere in the system if he still worries about a yearly salary kind of thing. Or he could do a Colvin and go get a security job or this or that. I wonder what it is which draws Burrell to wanting to be that so much. It seems like such a fucking stressful job. And if the time comes where he's literally asking to step away from it, why is he now gritting his teeth and digging his heels in the sand in order to not allow Tommy to make the changes he wants? Almost confusing deep down when you think about what his true intentions in all this are. Is it power he wants? What is it? Either way, I hope Burrell does eventually get fired, because he is not good at his job whatsoever. And it also likes they're going to stop this program which was genuinely helping the troubled kids. I mean, in that room there was only 2 or 3 people going to bat on behest of the kids, and everybody else was saying it was a shitty idea. It's terrible to see, because the alternative is they try and integrate these kids back into the classrooms and not only don't improve their behavioural issues within themselves, but also disrupt the classes in their entireties, thus reducing the overall learning of everybody in the class. It was a great idea to isolate them and try and help them overcome their social issues and shit like that. The fact that the people above them can't see that it's making such a good change, even though they're not teaching them by the book learning just now, they're teaching them important social skills and how to communicate, which are so important in the parcel of learning everything else. But these guys are just short-sighted, like, no, your program isn't actually teaching them nothing, and it seems like they're going to shut it down. And oh my god, how many times is the wire going to hit us over the head with the fact that every system is broken, and anytime you try and make a change, someone will be there to stop you in some way. It is so frustrating. All in all, a great episode, but yeah, I'm getting that deep feeling of dread that, you know, I was expecting bad things to happen over these 2 episodes, and they didn't really, but oh my god, there's only 2 episodes left in this season, so some shit has got to go down, so I'm just like, I feel like a guy that's about to be ejected out of an aeroplane, and I'm just like holding on to the sides of my seat going like, right, I'm ready, eject me, because some shit is going to go down and we all know it. But until then, let's just enjoy the ending of this episode as our last moments of peace, probably. If you've liked this video, click like, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more videos like this, ring the bell to be notified as to when they drop. If there's anything you want to discuss, comment down below, and share this video around to just one person and try and help build the channel a little bit, see if they want to watch this series along with us. My Patreon link is in the description. If you become a patron, you get access to my blog, polls and posts, you get access to these reactions I put on YouTube a month and a half in advance, and you also get access to full length versions of all the reactions I put on YouTube. You just sync up your copy of the show with my reaction and bang, we are chilling, watching whatever together. So consider becoming a patron, it helps me and the channel out so much, and until next time, I have been BA, peace.